Hi all! It has been quite a few months after my Ancestry DNA test, and I thought, well, why not make another video? So in this video, I am going to be telling you guys my Ancestry DNA results. This was really interesting. Like, I did not expect to get the results I got, because mainly I thought, well, I'm obviously going to have some sort of like Spanish DNA, some sort of African DNA, some sort of Native American DNA, but I didn't know to what extent. And as it turns out, European DNA is not just European DNA. There's shit from everywhere. There's genes from all over the place, as you will see in a few. But let's break it down. Apparently I am 70% European, which was surprising. I mean, particularly because if you break down like the way that they tell you on the website, the 70% is broken down among 40% from the Iberian Peninsula, which is basically Spain and Portugal. Then I have 21% of Italy, Greece. Who would have known? No wonder I like pizza so much. Well, also, I am 3% from the west of Europe, and at the 3% from the eastern part of Europe. I have a 2% of Ireland. Like, how? Like 2% of Ireland, how? And I have less than 1% of Great Britain. Now, that is only 70% of my DNA composition. Here's the rest. I also have 14% of Native American DNA. Yes. Since I'm Puertorican, that means that the Native American DNA that I have is from the Puerto Rican native Taínos, which is really, really cool. I didn't think it was going to be that high. I also have 12% African, because being Puerto Rican, so I got a little bit of that. Of the 12%, here's the breakdown: 5% Africa North, 4% Africa Southeastern Bantu, 2% Mali, and 1% Benin Togo. It's really cool because on the website it actually shows you the regions, the particular regions where the DNA is coming from, which was pretty interesting. Also, I have less than 1% Asia East DNA. Asia East being the region of Russia, China, North Korea, South Korea, Mongolia, etc., etc., etc. And last but not least, as it turns out, I have a 3% West Asian DNA, the West Asian being the Middle East. So I have 3% Middle Eastern DNA. That is like mind-blowing right there. So basically, I am a ginormous melting pot. Basically. You have no idea. Like, you're from everywhere. You're basically from everywhere. You're literally a citizen of the world. Each one of us. We all might have different compositions, but in the end, we're a melting pot. We're a hybrid of different countries, different people. This is really, really interesting. I have 27,381 fourth cousins or closer, because the system will tell us all the DNA matches that it have in the system. That is a little bit creepy, you know? possibilities for someone next to you being a blood relative. Which honestly, it's a little disturbing, just a little bit. Especially if you are from an island so small as Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is 100 miles by 35 miles, which means that basically you're related to everybody. That is, when you picture it, that's a little disturbing, to say the least. One thing that also tells you is if you have shared ancestors with the people on their database. And here I found cousins that I know, cousins that I don't know. Tells you whether it's a third cousin, it's a second cousin, fourth cousin, or higher, which was really, really cool. Now, I just need to get on a plane and see if I can go visit all of these places. That would be really cool. What do you think? Also, I forgot to mention, it is a total coincidence that my hair is on a braid, just like the first video.